Yo. It's Market Marks 10. Stay. Shit. Oh. Cool. Same shit. At least that one's coming in. So that's good. Oh, even better. Oh, look at that. That's good. That's good for us. Table. Yeah, baby. Is this guy wearing? He looks like a fucking retard. Cool. Nice. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad I caught you the other night when you were testing in the car. How did it go? I'm just looking at social media stuff, laughing my head off. It went really well. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, it gets getting used to. Sometimes when you read for people in different like areas, like car or like home or somewhere in a different room, it makes a difference. I tell people that sometimes. Sometimes spirits comfortable, giving messages in different places. So sometimes when you go do something new, they're like, "Oh yeah, cool. Let's go over here and do this over here." So it's nice. Yeah, if you like it and you feel that it works, go for it. It's always nice to change. Yeah, it definitely resonated because it's the only uh possible scenario, really, because there's a due date for the inheritance on October 16th. So the last guy signed, and then so now it's the 19th. So the paperwork should be there now. So I should get it next month or maybe November, depending on how long they take. Because really, it's out of everybody's hands except for the lawyers and whether or not the paperwork gets all done before the 16th. So it makes sense. Even if the 16th is the deadline, then if they produce because you said the end of October or in October, it's possible, but you said it might even be November. So it makes sense. I just want it to be over and done with, to be honest. I'm sick and tired of dealing with the whole situation, like paperwork, lawyers, and idiots in my family that haven't signed their papers or did this. It's a big mess. Inheritance stuff is like so annoying to deal with. Yeah, so it's my first ever inheritance like stuff. So I don't know anything really about it. I've heard of things, but I'm on a will from my aunt and uncle, and there's 12 of us because they never had any kids. A lot of people in my family don't have kids, so um, my uncle and aunt, they left me and 17 of us on the will. And then when my uncle passed away, my auntie took 5 of them off because she didn't like them because they were on his side. But she should have took a lot more off, and she didn't. And unfortunately, the ones that she kept on are the ones that are the most annoying assholes ever. So 2 people contested the will and said that one of the caretaker ladies, which is only my cousin by marriage or whatever, it's my uncle's niece. She took care of my uncle and my aunt right up until they died. So they gave her extra 5 grand, which is rightfully so. She's the only one who lifted a finger to help. So her own brother and her cousin, first cousin, contested the will and said that she shouldn't get more than us. And I'm like, what? And nobody else contested it. Even us, like we're not even like her cousin, any by marriage. And we like always thanked her for taking care of our aunt and uncle. And we were like, you deserve an extra 5 grand. You did more. And these 2 clowns like said that she didn't deserve more. I'm like, what? So what the fuck? You think that if it's in the will, you can't take it out. You can contest it, but you're just gonna look like an idiot. And they even claim that she like stole money and stuff, and she didn't steal anything. So she told us those guys are gonna look like idiots at the end of the day, and she was right. They ended up signing the paper anyway and got information that was all correct. So poor sight, she went through some bullshit, and we supported her. We had her back because my auntie never ever said that, my auntie never said that she, was a thief or, took her for granted. Nothing. So, and my auntie would definitely like, gave her more money. And my auntie even gave, because my auntie was rich when she passed away, and rightfully so. She had no kids to bear and to pay for, and she banked all her money with her husband, and they made it to 80 years. She made it to 80 something years old, so she was still getting pension and everything. She wasn't like, living amongst her means, so she had paper, and it was nice of her to give us, a part of that as her nieces and nephews. I wasn't expecting anything, to be honest, but when I found out, I was like, oh shit, cool, thanks, you know. And I love them. They've always been good people to me, and yeah, I didn't ask for anything. I never like asked people for anything anyway. I got my own shit. You know what I mean? But rightfully so. They do whatever they want. They put us in the will, and everybody's gonna get a chunk of their money, which is good. But I don't understand like how these people complaining about free money that they don't even have in their own account. Because the type of money we're getting is like the type of money that these losers don't even have in their account. So why would you contest something that you don't even have? Yeah, it is. It's absolutely insane. But you know what? This is not the first time I've heard of these things. A lot of people that come in this chat, they tell me that, hey, Mark, we've been through the same shit, still battling inheritances and all this shit. And sometimes when there ain't no will, it's even worse. Because the will is like, you have to fight for whatever, and you have to claim that you did this and claim that you did that. So even with the will, it's a pain in the ass because you can contest something that you're on, right? By law. So these idiots contested it and they look like asses. And then finally they signed the paper and gave up because they didn't find anything. Yeah, Ruth, you can if you want. Yeah, you can email me. My emails are always open. How you doing, Ruth? You all right? Yeah, so anyway, it's a lot of bullshit. A lot of people, family wills and people are just like annoying. I didn't even care about the will. I just like looked at it, read it, saw that it was all legit. I signed my papers, did whatever I was told, and sent it back. I could care less who's getting more or getting less, or I could care less how much it is. I don't give a shit. I just want it to be over and done with. So like I can get it and everybody get theirs and everybody's happy and we can do what we want and help people. Yeah, I'm just grateful just to be on the list and not being taken off, you know. So like that's how I am. Like I'm just grateful for whatever comes my way. But these idiots, I just can't believe how ungrateful and how stupid people are these days. It don't make no sense to me. I'm still trying to figure out like how people live with themselves and wake up and look at themselves in the mirror and brush their dirty lying mouth every day. It don't make no sense to me. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Why are you so delusional and crazy and dumb? It's just crazy, man. As I get older, I just realize that, I just keep to myself, be grateful, be humble, and just know that, God's got my back and I'm just gonna take care of my own life and that's it. The less I say, the less I gotta deal with. I just distract myself from the ignorance. But hey, it's life. What can you do? Bunch of weird ass people. A lot of weird people. If you want a message or anything, I'll give you one. I'll give you like an oracle card or spirit message or love card, whatever you want. If you want a message, I'll give you one. Yeah, everything is gonna work out. I never like one thing about me. I never stress it because I got my own shit. Like I'm very independent. I don't really like need handouts. But when I get something from somebody, like I'm very grateful and I'm very like happy to like get something for free for once, because I'm the one always doing all the free shit, like like doing work for free, help people for free, you know. I'm always like being grateful, helping people just because I want to. But yeah, getting something is nice. Getting a little extra money and it's great because the money's coming in handy. Because I'm gonna buy a new car with it. I'm gonna buy a new work van, sell my old one, and with the money I get from my old van, I'll have enough money to buy a new one, and I'll be happy. I'm good to go for another 15 years of a new van, and then I'll be retired by then, hopefully. Depends on the economy and inflation, and who gets into power and all that type of shit. So vote wisely. Hey Jocelyn, how you doing? Yeah, all's good. Thanks. Hope you have been good too. All right, so your first card is keep praying. God is listening. Amen. If you give 100%, make sure you get 100% back. And of course, somebody is stalking your social media. And on the bottom, you got your ex might be thinking of you. How lovely. You're great. Good to hear. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. You're welcome, sweetheart. I'm glad you came by, and I'm glad I caught you the other day. And anybody that's in here, go see my friend, Either Real Tarot, and she's got her own channel, and she's a good reader. So go check her out. Go subscribe to her. Thanks, sweetheart. Good. You're welcome, and thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Yeah, it rained on and off here like all day again, but it's just the way it is. It's the last 5 days. It's rained a lot. And then it rains a lot for like 20 minutes. Then the sun comes out. I came on live earlier and it poured. And then all of a sudden the sun came out. And then about an hour or two later, it poured again. And then tonight, I'd say about like 2 hours ago. Yeah, maybe actually no longer than that. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock now. It was like 7 o'clock. It poured again. And then I haven't heard it rain since. But like every now and then, it'll rain. It's like constant rain for the past 5 days. But it's cool. It happens. I'd rather have rain than a hurricane. That's for sure. And there isn't many hurricanes this year, which is great. I'm so happy there's hardly any. They predicted a busy hurricane season, but their predictions are wrong. Thank God. And so I prayed so much, and I said, please let them be wrong. Please, let's just have 1 year where they're actually wrong and their predictions are a joke, and no like hardly any hurricanes come form and shit. And so far, so good. Like I'm so happy. I don't want anyone to go through that destruction. Fuck that. Hey Virgo, how are you, sweetie? You all right? We're having the same here. It's crazy. Umbrella up and down. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Umbrella up and down. Pain in the ass. But yeah. I mean, I don't mind the rain because when it rains, I have my workshop now. So I was in my workshop today doing a little bit of work here and there, and I take Diamond over there with me. She has her bed over there as well, and she just hangs out and watches me work. Sometimes she gets scared of all the noises from the drills and things like that. But I went in there for a couple hours today and did some work, just sort things out, map things out. I'm gonna start to actually work on, renovating it. Now that I've done a lot of work in there, I need to renovate it to my liking. So I'll be working in there, doing some stuff. But I have to go outside to get to it. So like I was like, I ain't gonna walk in the damn rain or go outside with the umbrella and the wind and the rain and get wet just to go in the workshop. I'll wait till it stops and I'll go in there. So yeah. But it was nice coming on here earlier during the day. It was really nice. I had a lot of people come in that I haven't seen in a while. One of my good friends that I learned tarot from came in and hung out for a bit. It was nice. I was happy to see her. It's nice when you see the people you used to like, admire doing tarot and learn from and things like that. Yeah, it's actually working. I fixed it during the live yesterday. But I came on here like almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. You were probably sleeping. Um, but I was in live and I fixed it around like 1:30, 2 o'clock. And then when I came home, I said, let me go live for a bit. So as I was live, my mom calls me and it's been like 2.5 hours. So the ice is going to, produce. So she called me. She goes, hey, Mark, guess what? The ice machine is working. You fixed it because I just heard the ice, go into the ice maker, make the ice and turn it into the bucket. And then she put her hand in there and she got the ice, like she saw the ice. So I said, oh, good. And then today I spoke to her because my dad's not doing too good. He's got gout really bad in his hand. Sometimes he gets it in his feet and sometimes he gets it on his fingers. And he can't like drive and he can't do anything. So he's not feeling well. And so she called me and told me that the ice machine is working fine. So yeah. So all worked out. I fixed it. So that way we don't have to pay anybody to go down there. YouTube allowed me to fix it. I went on YouTube, Googled the freezer, the same freezer, the same fridge. The guy like showed how to do it and I did it and it worked. So I always tell people I wish I had YouTube like 10 years ago. Well, 20 years ago, I mean, because it would have showed me a lot of things I didn't know until recently. But yeah. Thanks, Ruth, for the super chat. I'll answer you. So yeah, I didn't know how to I don't know how to fix fridges and all that shit. I just put the power there for it to work. So thank God I found a video that was the same freezer. So I did it. Yeah, I can fix a lot of things. I honestly I like to learn, and if I go on YouTube and they show you how to do it, then I know how to do it. I'll do the same thing. I'm not scared to fix something. Like I can handle it. I can fix it. I have the tools, I have the knowledge, and I'm not scared to like attempt it. So it worked. When she called me and said, "Hey, the ice is working, you fix it." I'm like, "Okay, cool. You don't have to." She was like, "Oh, we'll just hire somebody to fix it." I'm like, "No, no, no, no." So if somebody's gonna charge you like $100 to come here and do something for like 10 minutes, said, "Don't worry about it, I'll fix it." So yeah, I'm glad that I fixed it. Anything to do with a house, I can fix pretty much. There's some things I refuse to do, like plumbing. I don't like plumbing at all. I know how to do plumbing, but I just don't want to do it. I just don't like it. I've never been like a plumbing person. But electrical now, that's my thing. I love electrical. I can wire up a whole house, no problem, from start to finish. And I can fix the problem and it won't be a problem. So I've been doing it for 25 years, so I'm sure I know what I'm doing. So yeah. Every time I fix something electrical and it works, and I turn the switch on and it works, I said, "Oh shit, I must be an electrician." And then people start laughing, like how I do on here. When I write about something, I'll be like, "Oh, I'm psychic on on Thursdays." All right, let's see what's coming in your love relationship with your boyfriend. Hopefully, sex, and hopefully you get to cuddle and spoon, and you know, not argue and not be a pain in his ass. That's what's coming. But I'll check the cards though for making sure it is that way. Finally, some D. I posted like this guy. He's from Florida, and he's got like these funny ass sayings and shit. And he likes talking shit about women and stuff, and like how they're a pain in the ass and things like that. And I posted up there, and a couple people laughed at like the video, but it's gone now. And in the end, he goes, "Scooty scoo," and he's on a scooter going down like Palm Beach, Florida, Miami, and all that. And he's like talking shit. It's so hilarious. Like he has all these cool sayings, and it's so funny. Like he talks about like women and men and relationships and stuff. It's like funny shit. It's not offensive. All right. So what I'm getting here for your where your relationship with him is, I still feel like he's going to neglect doing certain things. I feel like he's going to put a lot of time into his work, into his own life. I feel like this guy is kind of like selfish. I'll just say it straight up. Like he seems like a selfish person. Like he only cares about himself, even though he's together with you. I still think that he has selfish ways, and he just thinks that, hey, look, if I tell you I can't make it, it's because I'm busy. If I can't be with you right now, it's because like I have shit to do, and you have to understand. And I think that's gonna continue, or that's just gonna be the way it is. You might have to like be cautious about what you say, because it might end up being an argument. Um, but what I feel you should do is like be very cautious about how you talk to him and how you relate to him, or else it'll turn into something like that. But I think that he has to face reality and say, hey, look, there's a place for this and a place for that. There's ways to do things. He might also feel like he makes plans and it doesn't work, or you try to make plans and it's not the right time, or you can't correspond with each other's plans. He also might have issues um, with money, or just like he might be preoccupied about how much money he has, how much money he makes, whether or not he should spend money on you, or maybe like try to keep money out of the conversations will be best. But I feel like you got to be very I feel like you want to be safe in this relationship and you want to have things, but you also have to understand that you got to be cautious at the same time because of how he is. The slightest thing might throw him off, or he might like, have, some men do have periods too, but they just don't, actually have it. But that's why it's called a menstrual. It's like, oh, you didn't ask me that. You know. I don't think he is, to be honest. I don't. I don't think he's very serious with this relationship. I just think that he just wants to be in a relationship, but he's not willing to. But this is just the next 30 days. Anything can change. You see what I mean? But it's more, it's not that he's not serious about you, right? You're asking me what's coming up in your love relationship. You got me? So I'm telling you what's coming up is him not wanting to make a serious effort to be with you all the time. Like he doesn't seem like he's the guy who wants to be with you every single day, because I doubt he is with you every day. And that's the question I want to ask you. Is he with you every day, like physically? Do you see him every day? Because I don't think that he wants that. You know? Yeah, not every day. Yeah. See, so that's the thing, and I think he wants it that way. Like he doesn't want to see you every day. He doesn't want to deal with you every day because he has too much going on in his own personal life. And if he is this way, then that's what I see in the cards. But even though he might not be serious about you, he knows that he's safe with you. Like he knows you're not a hoe. He knows you're not going to go cheat on him. He knows that you stick to yourself. He knows that you're home. He knows that you're working. He knows what you're doing. He knows that, hey, I got a good woman here, but I'm not going to like show it and tell her and keep on, inflating her brain with lovely things, because I doubt he does that. But he might not be serious, but he knows what he has. If you know what I mean, because I got the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles lady is a woman that you can trust because she's cautious, she's discreet, she doesn't flaunt, she doesn't act like a hoe, she doesn't do stupid things, things like that. You would know that by now. If he was a whore, he would want sex every day because that's what whores are. So if he doesn't ask you for any of the golden coochie, then he's not a whore. Whores love sex and use it to their advantage. But if he like is so worried about his career and his job and his money, then he loves that over you. But he knows that you're a good woman. He just like, it's the next 30 days is gonna be blah. It's gonna be whatever. It's not gonna be like him coming to you with a dozen roses and telling you you're the most beautiful woman in the world. I don't think he's gonna do that. That's not what I'm getting. What I'm getting is I'm worrying about myself, but I also know that I have, a woman that isn't gonna be fucking around. Like I'm secure with her, I'm safe with her, but I need to sort my shit out because I'm more important than her. That's what I'm getting from him. Well, how long you been with him now? See, roses, 3 months plus, yeah, it's still early. It's still early. I wouldn't get no woman no roses after 3 months. Fuck that. Roses mean like love. Like if after 3 months, I would say, I'm not even D. You can get no D from me in no 3 months. 'Cause I don't know who I'm dealing with. So it's still early. You can't expect too much. So if it's only been 3 months and a bit, you ain't getting none of those things. Because he's probably like, nah. Well, that's up to you. But if the thing is, if you're not getting those things seriously, all jokes aside, if you're not getting any roses and no D, then that's a good thing. And some people are like, oh, hell no, after 3 months, I want this, I want that. But then if you get it within 3 months, I think that that's not good because that just proves that that's all you want. I think that it takes time to get like those things. It makes it better. Even though some people are like, oh, well, it's 2024. After 3 months, I want D, roses, and chocolates and pay for my rent and give me gifts. It may be 2024, but I'm still living in 1994 where you're going to have to work for that shit. You ain't getting nothing until I get to know you. You could be some damn lunatic. I don't know you. I can't get to know nobody in 3 months. So I would say it's still early for that. And it's going to stay like, so for now. That's what I would say. I'm not getting like, and be honest with yourself, how can you love somebody within that little amount of time? Like truly love somebody and be serious about somebody in 3 months. That's a little bit of time. I'm not even serious about anything in 3 months. You see what I mean? I'm just telling you what my opinion is. Other people are like, oh yeah, sure, I love you within a week. you know? But that's different people. That's not, most people. You can't really like love somebody in 3 months or expect too much from somebody in 3 months. But some people, expect the world in 3 months because they're in your presence, or they think that I'm worth a lot right now because you're actually talking to me, or I can find somebody else and blah blah blah. Some women they think their shit don't stink, and some men too. Like yeah, there's love at first sight, which means that you're gonna love that person. But I'll never tell nobody I love them in 3 months. Not me. Hell no. And if the woman gives it up to me without me even asking for it in 3 months, then that I'm gonna be kind of suspicious that she's like a hoe, or she's really ain't had no D and she's desperate. Desperate D. But if she makes me like, if I'm not gonna ask for it, it's gotta naturally happen. So that's just me. I'm different than most people. And plus, I don't want no STD. A coochie is a hole of death. Can be. And a D can be the rod of devastation. So it matters if it's clean. Any like clean things, not no dirty asshole and no dirty hole either. So in 3 months, I have to make sure there's some type of like, stability there. 6 months, I'm gonna still like be on my P's and Q's, and we'll see how it goes from there. Kissing is available. That's about it. Kissing and hugging. But you ain't getting no D in no 3 months. You ain't leaving me with nothing. I don't know. Some women are like, yeah, right. If I throw this thing on you, you'll take it. You keep thinking that. You think I want your STD, sweetheart? No. Even if you don't have an STD, I still ain't taking that coochie right away. Absolutely. I just told you that. Where you been for the past 10 minutes? Oh, no. I ain't taking nothing. No way. I'm very sure. My D means a lot to me. You think I want to scratch my D all goddamn day for the rest of my life and have some disease on my D, and knowing that I have to find somebody that's has an STD like me so we can share it with each other? Hell fucking no. I'm very like particular. I'm gonna go down there with a fucking magnifying glass and my glasses and make sure that shit ain't got nothing growing on it, barnacles and shit all over it, looking red and rashy and smelling like codfish. I don't want that shit. She'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'm just inspecting the situation. I'm inspecting the cave that I'm about to jump into. Damn right. Me, I can't handle that. I can't just do that shit. Back in the day, yeah. When I was in my 20s, I didn't give a fuck. And thank God I never caught anything because I never had, I didn't really like have unprotected sex with, every person I was with. Hell no. That ain't happening. I love my D. I've heard a lot of crazy stories. I have friends who had that shit and told me, be mindful, man. Got herpes, I got this. I'm like, ooh, man, I don't want that shit. No, no. I have to really, really trust somebody. See if they got some medical certificates. We can go to the clinic together. As long as they don't get the paperwork switched. It's kind of sad to talk this way because it's sad to think that, anybody that you deal with can have that shit. And you're like almost scared to have sex with somebody because you might, you know, get something bad happen. It's fucking sad, really. It really is sad. That's why I'm not like in a desperation state to have sex with somebody right away. I rather like see how it is first and see what's going on and making sure they don't have nothing just in case. That's one of my biggest fears is being with somebody that has that shit and tricks me into getting it so they can keep me all to themselves. I'll be so fucking mad. I want to fucking kill that bitch. But that's what people do. Like people do that shit on purpose just so they can secure somebody. It's really sad. But anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's disgusting. Yeah, Justin, there is some gentlemen out there, but not too many. And there's not very much ladies out there either. There's a lot of hoes and a lot of assholes and a lot of people who don't really care about their private parts and just fuck anything that walks. It's pretty nasty. And that's something that I always fear when I get involved with somebody. Like I wonder if this person has something fucking wrong with them. I can do that because I know I ain't got nothing wrong with me. So I'm good. I ain't got no STD. I know that for sure. Hell no. No thanks. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm clean. That's all that matters. I only serve clean D. That's it. I know for sure. And I'll go to the clinic. I'll go to the doctor. I'll go take a test. It's not a problem. Because I know what's going to be the result. It's going to say no STD for Marquis. Yeah, exactly. I'm the type of guy, I always go slow. And sometimes that turns a woman off. Like some women that I've been with for like 6 months, they're like, this guy won't even ask me for no coochie because I don't know what the fuck's in between your legs. And I'm not desperate. I've never been a desperate person. I've never been like the person that has to have sex like all the time, or I have to be with you, or I'm gonna time the 6 month and then put it in you. I don't care about that shit. I need to love you in order to like really be intimate and actually have sex matter, if that makes sense. Now, a hoe doesn't care. They just want to fix, they just want to feel something inside of them, but There's no love there, so they don't have any expectations. They're not gonna fall in love. If they did, they wouldn't be a hoe. But the normal average person that just wants to like have sex with somebody they actually love, that's different. You wait and when it happens, you're like, hell yeah. And it happens every fucking day. And then you're like, okay, now I have a normal sex life and I'm happy. And it's like you end up saying it's worth the wait or worth my time because it's yours for the rest of your life if you want it to be. So it's all a difference. It's like a process you should go through to actually know what love is. You know what I mean? Like you have to understand what love is. Love is not just sex. Love is like trusting that person, being with that person, adapting to their life and yours and making it work together. Then when the sex part comes and it's wonderful and it's great, then it becomes a part of the love process. People just don't get it. They have sex now and then love later and then regret everything and then break up with you and act like nothing ever happened. So it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I mean that's the part that that I don't want. I honestly, that's one of my biggest. I don't fear it too much, but one of my biggest fears is getting involved with somebody and them cheating on me, and I'm like, well, what if they give me something, you know? Like, what if I got something from this shit, thinking that I'm not, I'm okay. Like that's one of my biggest fears is like getting myself into that situation and you don't even know you're getting yourself into that situation because you have total trust because you've been with this person for a long period of time and then they just make that change and then get you fucked over. So really you really have to like it's so hard, man, to be with like someone and trust them and like absolutely trust them and you're not going to get anything. Like it's a full-time like job to be in a relationship now and always to be honest, but now it's even worse to me. Yeah, I know. It's like I always preach this on here, but some people don't want to hear it. They just want to fucking just go about their business. But I'm older now, and I'm getting older, and I'm getting less. I'm getting less interested in being with anyone because I don't care. It's not like a big part of my life to be with anyone at this moment because of what's going on in the world and how people are. But there's billions of people in the world, and I know that there will be one person. There's one person for everyone, and I believe that we might find them in our lifetime, and we might not. But I always say that out of all the people in the world, there's more single people than there is married people. That's for sure. Yeah, I would bet my life on more single people in the world now than there is married. And I would bet that there's more divorced people than there is married. I would bet my life on that. And I can pretty much guarantee it. And it's sad to say that, but it's true. To me, it is. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Because in my own statistics with the people I know right now, it's that way. You know, I guarantee it. Look, just my family of six, I can give you the statistics. I'm single, never been married, no kids. My youngest sister just got a divorce. She has two kids, right? So she's been married and divorced, and now she's single. My brother, he's been married, divorced, and now he's single, two boys, right? My oldest sister, she's been married, she's got two boys, and my mom and dad's been married for 60 years. So what does that tell you? In an average family of six, there's everything right there. Three of us are single, and three of them are married. My mom and dad's married, and my oldest sister's married. But me, my brother, and my youngest sister are single. So half is single, half are married. See, there you go. That's the statistics right there. And I'm sure in your family it's the same way. We all have somebody that we know in our family that's divorced, married, and single. Kids, no kids, it's life. We all have it. It's all part of life. But I just feel like now in this year 2024, there's a lot more single people and happy single people. I would absolutely say that. Happy single people. Because I think a lot of people realize now in the world that being single isn't that bad. It's only when you're desperate for someone or to be in a relationship is that it's bad for you personally, because you should never be desperate or tempted to be in a false relationship just to be in one. Being single is not bad. It's actually a good thing because you don't have to deal with somebody else's bullshit. You don't have to share anything or lose anything. Well, that's absolutely true, Jocelyn. I know a lot of people that have stayed married just because they don't want to give up the other half to the other person and they deal with the cheater. I know a few people like that, to be honest. I know a woman that knows that her husband cheated on her for sure. She took him back and didn't want to divorce him because she's rich and he isn't. And if he were to get, he would get like half of her shit, even though he cheated. He's still gonna get half of the shit because his name's on everything. So even if you cheat, you still get shit. You still get something, unless you don't earn anything or nothing's in your name. That's when you know you're fucked. Yeah, it boils down to money, and that's why it's so sad that money becomes the money. There's a song that says, um, what? How does it go? Money is the only thing, or some shit like that. I can't remember what it is now, but I say it on here sometimes. There's a lot of sayings and there's a lot of things about money, but see, that's one thing that we all need money, and certain people say, you know, um, money makes you sad. You can have all the money. Money doesn't bring you happiness, but money does bring you happiness because the people who have a lot of money don't know what it is not to have money. So when people who don't have money get money, that's the happiness that money brings you. And the reason why that saying is there, in my opinion, is because the people who say money don't bring you happiness is because they have money. So when you're a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever, or you're well off and you're not happy, you say, "Oh, you blame money," but it's your life. You don't blame money. Blame the way you live your life. If your life is not the way it's supposed to be, and you can't change it with money, or you have money but you just don't know what to do, then that's your fucking problem. That's your fault. You can't blame life. You got to blame the way you live it. You can use that money to make someone else happy, and that makes you happy giving it to them or helping them. So I don't understand that whole concept about money doesn't bring you happiness. Of course it does. That's what life is almost pretty much about for a lot of people. If they have money, they're happy. If they don't have money, they're unhappy, right? So money does bring you happiness. It's just that it has its up and downs like everything else. Hi Erica, how you doing? So that's what people like always say, and I don't understand why that even they even say that, but that's what I believe why they say it. Because if you ain't got no money, like say if you have, you know, 5 grand left to your name in your account and you're struggling and you know that 5,000 isn't gonna be enough for you to live and you don't know where the hell you're gonna get money. And I come along and say, hey, look, I'm gonna deposit, you know, $25,000 in your account. You're not gonna say no, I'm gonna give it to you because I can give it to you because I'm rich. And I don't want to see you stress yourself out. You mean to tell me you're not gonna be happy if I put that in your account? Of course you're gonna be happy because you only got five, now you got 30. Last I checked, money does bring happiness, but in certain ways, just like everything else. So people are like so dumb, man. Yeah, sure you can. You can donate. Yeah. I'm doing good, thanks. I hope you are too. I'm just staying busy talking about money and happiness and single and divorced and married people and how the life is so how the world and people in the world is a beautiful place, but the people in it are just crazy. And how people say money doesn't bring happiness, but really it does. It just happens in different ways. I heard a guy on TikTok say that, oh, I know a lot of millionaires that aren't happy. Well, duh, because they're not doing what makes them happy. Okay, no problem, Erica. If I was a millionaire, and if I was like a millionaire, like I had a lot of money, I had millions and millions of dollars, I would be happy. You know why? Because me personally, I would love to give some of my money to people who actually deserve it, or I would build like affordable housing for people here in Bermuda. Like if I was a millionaire in Bermuda, I would invest in housing. I would invest in like apartments, like low cost apartments. I know I'm rich, so I don't really need your money, but I'll build places for people who are less fortunate to give you like, and I'll give you like a program or I'll give you like a payment plan where, you know, as you pay for rent, and once you pay rent for like a whole year, I'll give you like and you're a good tenant and you keep the place looking decent and I don't have no issues with you. I would I would actually tell you, look, if you want to buy this apartment for yourself, you know, or then I'll give you a deal and then you'll pay it off within so many years. And if you don't want it no more, then I'll buy you out. I'll buy what you put in and I'll check you later. Go get your own place. Because I'm a millionaire, I don't give a fuck. Right. But at least I'll do something to help people. That will bring me happiness. You see what I'm saying? I'm using myself as an example if I was in that predicament. But even though I'm not rich, I still help people with my skills and my abilities. And instead of helping you with money, I would help you with like doing shit for you for free, like fixing your house or doing something for you for free. That's what I would do if I knew you really needed it. That's just me, period. That's what I would do personally. But other people have different agendas and different ways. Erica, you said it doesn't bring me happiness. It stresses me out. Yeah. But that's the thing, it's not the same for everybody. For you, it doesn't bring you happiness, it stresses you out. And some people who have a lot of money, they wish they didn't have it because people come to them for money because they know they have money. See, that's another thing, but that's still your fault. Because if you help that person, right, then it's a good deed, but it's still wrong to like help too many people that are not worthy of your help, or you might help the wrong person. They be coming to you for money all the time, and then you be like, fuck you. And then when you stop helping, you're a bad bastard because you stop helping them because you got money. You see, so you're never gonna win in those predicaments. But it doesn't necessarily mean that every single person you help with money is going to be bad. It can bring you happiness in a lot of ways. But I feel like that's my way is that way. Is like I would use my money to help people. You know, that's how I feel. And as I watch my parents in their 80, my dad's going 81 next week, my mom's 79, and they don't have much money, but they have a house that they pay for. They have everything they need, but God forbid something bad happens, they're gonna end up emptying their bank account. You see what I'm saying? So that's the problem that people have. It's never you never can have enough because you don't know how long you're gonna live. But thank God they got me and my sister to help them. And I will help my parents, no matter what. You see what I'm saying? So it all depends on your life, what's happening, what you're doing, how you live your life, if you live amongst your means, and some people are like, oh, I ain't saving no money. I can die tomorrow. So I'm gonna go live it up and go buy a Louis Vuitton purse tomorrow. I'm gonna go get a PlayStation. I'm gonna go give money to this person. I'm gonna go strip club. I'm gonna go on trips. I'm gonna go on a cruise and spend the 10 grand that I don't have. I'm gonna max my credit cards because if I die tomorrow, fuck it. But those are the people that end up living longer and regretting using all their money and think that your pension is gonna help you and it doesn't. I always tell people as long as there's enough money for my funeral in my account, I don't leave nobody to pay for it, then we're good to go. Otherwise, that I could care less. You stop giving them money, but they still come because they still know you got money. Well, Justin, that's what happens when we get, a lot of us have, health issues. Some of us don't, but then we have other issues, and that's something that I pray for every day for me not to have health issues. So I have other issues. So because I don't have health issues, God says, okay, well, I'll grant you that wish, but guess what? You're gonna have a pain in the ass fucking family. You're gonna have a pain in the ass, time with like helping people and dealing with idiots, and you're gonna have to do a lot of things, and we're gonna get you in other ways because you're not gonna live a perfect life, buddy. You know, but we'll grant you that wish because that's what you want. See, I don't ask for $1 million. I just ask not to go to the hospital and not to be around doctors and not take medication and not get sick. That's all I really want. Everything else I can handle. I just can't handle that type of life. I've seen many people like that are rich die of cancer or die of some because they don't wish for health. They wish for money because they think that, yeah, I got money, I can buy my health. I'll pay that doctor to do the best shit. No, you can't. You can't pay for you can't pay to live long. You can't. There's no such thing. You're gonna fucking die no matter what. No matter how much money you got. The richest people in the world have died already. Dumbass. Yeah, Justin, that's how it goes. Um, yeah, I got your donation, Erica. You can ask your questions when you're ready. Yeah, I'm definitely not rich, so I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. But lately, I've been done with it. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't have to be rich as long as people know you got more than them, or in their minds they think you got more than them, and that's how people view me. They say, "Oh yeah, Mark lives in this, to them a rich neighborhood, and he lives in that house. I live in the apartment. I don't live in the house, bro. I don't own this house. I live in the apartment. So how am I rich if I live in this apartment? It's a 1 bedroom apartment. It's not a fucking condo, and it's not a mansion. And I have a 16-year-old car. So if I was rich, I'd have a Mercedes and I wouldn't be working and I would like be living in my own house. That's rich to me. Okay. But to them, that's how I would tell them. But yes, I am rich with health because I don't get sick and I'm not fucked up. and I'm happy with my life, unlike their fucking miserable asses. And I ain't giving nobody shit unless they're my parents. That's it. All right, Erica. Hey, Miss Bikini, how you doing? Erica, you said I want to know how is Charlie the Aries feeding towards me. All right, let's check. Justin, keep praying because God's listening. God will help you. And being around me, you'll automatically be, blessed. You're with God's son. I always tell everybody, I'm God's son. You didn't know that. I'm one of His many sons that was put on earth to help you people. People are like, yeah, whatever, Mark. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, believe what you want. I believe. All right, let me be serious here. Let me see. Well, I would say Charlie, the Aries. I would say that his wish is to kind of be with you in a certain way, but I feel like I always get this with a lot of people, like they just feel like they're not making the necessary effort. So I would put it to you this way: if he's not making any effort towards you, then he isn't. But he wishes that he can have like more money, more happiness. I think that he misrepresents himself. But at the end of the day, his wish is to be successful and to be around, to be with you in a way. But he's too preoccupied with his own ego, and he's not willing to make any necessary efforts. And his money might not be that great, and he has a lot of like fake friends, and he thinks that he's not going to be able to represent himself or present himself to you in a like a way where he can benefit you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. She says I'm definitely not gonna go chop my own wood and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't blame you. You can buy wood now, just go to Walmart or wherever and just get those packages of like those little wood things and stock up on it. That's why you need all the money, so you can go buy the wood instead of chopping it. Or you can just get me to come over there. I'll chop it up for you. It's cool. I'll hook you up. I'll chop you up enough for the whole winter. I won't take all your money. I'll charge you $5 a piece. So anyway, getting back to Charlie the Aries, I don't think that he's really feels any type of like concrete way about you or like a love way. If you want to know if it's a love thing, I don't get that. But I think that he wishes to be with you at some point, but he doesn't have his life is not organized. And most men that are not really like organized or have their shit together or have an issue, they can't do two things at once. So in order for them to like feel some type of way towards you, that they have to be not preoccupied with their own life and wanting to make an effort, which I don't feel he wants to. And most Aries men are like they really have to like be into you 100% and have like their values and morals and life and finances together in order to be with somebody because they feel like they have to be the provider. So I'm not getting too much good stuff on that, Erica, on Charlie. He doesn't seem to be in a good place right now, but he does wish to be with you at some point. That's about it. I don't see anything, progressive happening. Charlie. Mm. So it all depends if there's a love thing there. But if you're looking for love from him or feelings of love, I'm not getting anything from that. I think he's dealing with a lot of his own bullshit. His wish is to find like stability and money and be well off and get all his difficult situations surmounted to none. Yeah, he's not even like very much interested in anyone. I don't think he's interested in you a lot. I just think that he just feels like he's not ready for that. But he still wishes to be with like someone or you, or he wishes for like a woman. So he won't be chopping your wood this winter. Thank God I don't have to do that shit here. Hell no. No, 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 no. Yeah. Shit. Oh, we are lives aren't together at all, and he's dealing with a woman, so I don't think serious we will be spending time together soon. Yeah, so that makes sense then. That's why I got what I got. I don't think Daddy like even wants that. So just working friendship is good if you want that, and sometimes that's a good thing just to be, work buddies and be friends, and then see how things go in the future. If you can date while you wait, or you can just, be friends and just see if you can somebody will find you, or you can find somebody else if you want a relationship. But if you don't, you can still be cool with them. I just get difficult things with him. Difficult. I can hear my dog snoring in the background. I had to look at her. She's going, She's making all these grunting noises. Must be nice to be her. Eat, sleep, and shit all day. Oh, cool. You can ask your second question when you're ready, Erica. I don't hear no rain outside for once. Maybe I spoke too soon, but I don't know. I don't hear any rain, thank God. It's been like too much damn rain. Yeah, good. It says it's supposed to rain on Sunday. So yeah, there's still some showers around. So it still might rain tonight or later. There's still a little bit of rain around. Just showers though. Yeah, I'm tired of the rain. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of people have commitment issues or trust issues, or they just take their time. But yeah, he can still be your friend and chop your wood. That's cool. Shit, I don't even know you, and I'll chop your wood up for you, just to be nice, just to help you out. But you're gonna have to help me. I'll chop it up, but you're gonna have to carry that shit inside. As I'm chopping, you need to, cart that shit inside, like put it in like a bag or something, just take it inside. I ain't doing everything. We gotta work together. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping you and shit. I'm so glad it doesn't get cold like that here. Sometimes when it gets like chilly here, we have like a fireplace next door, and we have like there's like uh there's like firewood that's already made. You just light it up or whatever. Like it comes in like a bag, and like you just light the bag, and then the fire just like the wood just ignites on its own from the fire from the bag. Forget what they call it, like self thing, whatever. On it, we have this every now and then. We'll use it. It gets chilly, but it doesn't get snow or cold here. It doesn't go below 50. Yeah, if you bake me a carrot cake, then I'll do all the wood. You know. All right, cool. I'll check. Yeah, I mean it's still commitment, like issues, but not like a major issue. It's just that you don't want to commit to an idiot, and I totally get it. You've been talking about that for a while. Yeah, I like carrot cake or any type of cake, chocolate cake. If you bake a cake, I'll do the wood. It's all good. I got a big ass axe next door because I had to chop some trees around us and stuff. So I still got it on standby. And here we got cedar wood, so it gives like that nice spicy smell. So I have your place, smelling good. Hmm. Well, getting into a relationship like in the next couple months, I don't really see like a concrete relationship or any type of like you getting into a serious relationship, and that's pretty much like normal for the next couple months. It's hard to be like in a relationship in a couple months. Got to get to know the person, obviously, right? But there is a guy here that I see. This guy is very active. He's determined. He's experienced. He might have like black hair, beard, um, and he's like he's very good at what he does. He's good at what he does. He has many ideas. He can be like somebody who designs things or make things. I got the King of Swords here. It could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. It doesn't have to be. but it could be just somebody who's very like experienced, and this person could be maybe older than you, or they just like are somebody who's very good at what they do and has their own business, maybe someone who's like willing to like make shit get shit happen, and somebody that can chop your wood up, because the king of swords, he's got that sword, so he can chop the wood up and put it in the fireplace for you. So yeah, there is a potential person here that you can meet, but there might be some like adversity or problems or delays in between that, from now until you meet the guy or deal with the guy. He might be overcoming like some situations that he was in, and there's got to be like you said, there's got to be some effort on his part, or your part, or just getting to know. But I feel like you'll meet this person soon. um, Before the year is out, you'll meet this person and get to know them. But being in a relationship, um, I don't really see no concrete like evidence of that. I also feel like it's like you don't want to be let down. So from now until the end of the year, like it's only 3 more months left anyway. So it's like you might meet this person, but getting into like a love relationship is too soon for that, But like I do see you meeting this person and like talking to them and trying to get to know them. But there might be like some obstacles here and there. You can cook food, but bacon is not my thing. Oh, there you go. So yeah, I don't really get like a concrete relationship, but there is this King of Swords guy here. So this isn't it isn't the Aries guy. Um, could be, but it's more of a air sign. Unless the Aries guy, um, is like the owner of a business that you work at, or he's like really good at what he does. So could be still him in your energy, that type of person. Um, but getting into like a relationship and all that. Let's see that. A relationship that you want to be in. I like how you worded that. So I would say no for now, at least till the end of the year. No. So the beginning of next year is more of a chance, more of a I got better cards for next year, for January to next year, January to June. The first 6 months, there's a chance that you can begin a relationship and be in one. And it could be somebody like that you've known for a long time, like from your childhood, that comes back into your life. It could be. Or this could also mean like um, you've learned from your past to not go back. So you're moving forward with somebody who makes you feel like you've known them forever. So all these guys are older than me. It's a slim pickings out there. I'm not lying. Yeah. Well, it's the same for me too. I always have the younger women trying to get to me, but I don't really want no one seriously younger than me, because once they're fed up of me, then they're gonna move on to the next guy. I can't have a woman too much younger than me. Hell no. She be like living with me for like 10 years. Once I'm like, you know, once my D ain't working, hopefully not, hopefully it works forever, but God forbid it stops working, she'll be like, yeah, I'm done. You can find me a young guy. Mark's finished. I'm out. Yeah, I don't even know. I ain't want that shit. Fuck these damn women. Aggravate me. Sometimes having an older person, as a woman, having an older guy is more, he knows what he wants and he wants to settle down. He ain't about, bullshit. But some women have to really want that. So as long as they're not too much older, then that's a good thing. But usually, like, the age is can be and will be a problem. But some people don't care. They don't care about the age. As long as the person's cool, that's all that matters. I have age issues. I don't really date nobody older than me, and younger than me. They can't be like really really younger. 10 years younger is like my limit, but that's it. If they're like way way younger, I'm like gonna be kind of skeptical. But you never know. I can say those things and then something happen where you know they're 12 or 13 years younger and then end up being together forever. Oh, Lord knows. I don't know. I know a lot of people that have age differences and they're perfectly fine. Like I said last night, it's not about your sign, it's always about your character. And now I'll say tonight it's not about your age, it's about your character and who you are and what you mean to somebody. Sometimes age is just a number, like they say. So it's all about your preference too. If you don't mind the older guy and he's decent, then it's worth it. Like me, if like she's 15 years younger than me, if I know she's worth my time and I know she's not gonna be, you know, leaving me on my deathbed and like, going to somebody else or like cheating on me and 10 years from now, then I'll be okay. As long as she don't do all that shit and she's loyal, then I'm happy. I don't care about her age. Yeah, well, I live in Bermuda and there's only 60,000 people here, so it's very limited on who you want and who you can have. At my age, I'm 47, so there's not much left out there. I'm only gonna find some used and abused coochie that's been through the ringer, and probably some woman that's been treated by some narcissistic piece of shit, and I'm gonna get challenged for it. So there's not much out there to choose from, especially living in small places. You don't really have much choice. But it's all good. I love being single and I love not having any headaches from no crazy hoe. So I'm good. I have my dog. She's loyal and a pain in the ass. So I would say take your time and find the right person, like you said in your question, uh, someone that you want. Do you see a relationship that I want to be in? I like how you worded that. Not too many people say that. So at least you know what you want. You want a relationship that you actually want to be in, which is good. That's what you should want. Yeah, I feel I will one day, even if it's like later on or now or next year or tonight or whatever. You know, I feel like my day is coming. It'd be nice to have a companion for the rest of my life. But if I don't, it's all good. I got all you. It's all good. Got my dog. You know, I got my sister, my mom. I got a lot of women in my life that keep me company and remind me how crazy women are and how much of a pain in the ass they are. And they'll say, "Oh, and you think you're not a pain in the ass? What about you? You're a pain in the ass." I'm like, of course I am. What do you expect? I'm not perfect. I'm gonna be a pain in the ass if you're a pain in the ass. Yeah, I believe we all do. We all deserve somebody in our lives that we can, you know, you know. That's just it. Once you've been single for a long time, then you kind of get accustomed to it. And it's a good thing because you understand that you don't need somebody, you want somebody. And when you want somebody, it's better than needing somebody because being needy gets you in trouble. Like thinking that you need somebody to complete you is not a good thing. And that's my opinion. I never said to myself, I need a woman because a lot of men and women think they need, someone to, to complete them. Like, oh, I need a man to chop up my wood. But you know fully well if you had to do it, you'd go do it, right? But you're not trying to do it. So you're going to buy the ones that, that you don't have to chop up. So you don't really need a man. See what I'm saying? To go chop your wood. Because you'll find ways around it. You'll turn the fucking heater on. You see what I'm saying? So there's ways around that the things you don't want to do or the things that are labeled as a woman has to do or a man has to do. So most men are going to be like, oh, I don't want to wash my own clothes. I don't want to wash my dishes. I don't want to cook. That's for a woman to do. I don't want to clean my house because that's a woman's job. To me, there's no such thing as that. So me, I clean my own apartment. I wash my own clothes. I cook my own food. I fucking wash my own clothes. I do everything that a so-called woman would do. So me, I don't need a woman to do shit for me because I know how to do what they do and some. So it don't bother me. And you can learn anything nowadays. That's why there's a lot more independent people. Oh shit, you got 6 cats. You better watch out. People want to eat them things. So make sure you keep them locked up. You find them under the house. So that's that. Oh, that's cool. I like animals, so we have a lot of stray cats around here. I have my dog, so I'm happy. But there's a lot of cats around here, like stray cats and neighbors' cats that come by. I'm glad they're around. They eat all the mice and shit, so they get rid of the mice and the rats. You're a teacher and do reading, so oh yeah, so there you go. See, so you're not like one of those people that need somebody. Cool. So you do readings too, so you have your own channel? That's what you mean? That's cool. My sister's a teacher. She's been a teacher for 25 years. Yeah. My sister, she's got a master's and bachelor's degree. She's been teaching for 25 years. She teaches elementary students. I would never want that job, at least not now. These kids are fucking whack. I'll be smacking their ass with the ruler and fucking beating them. I can't deal with children these days. They drive me nuts. Power to all the teachers, not me. Hell no. Well, it's good to be busy, Erica. That's a good thing. It's good to be busy. It's good to keep yourself occupied. Good to do multiple things. It's nice. It's nice not to be alone. So yeah, that's a good thing. That's like me. I'm always occupied. I have my dog. I have my business. I have this. I have this also. I do multiple things. I'm always taking care of my parents. I pick up my nephew from school. Um, I'm always doing shit. I got a workshop now, so I'm always in there working, doing things. So tomorrow makes 17 years I've been on my own. Started my business 17 years ago. Right now it's September 20th here. It's midnight. It's 12:20, so it's officially September 20th. So yeah, today is my my business anniversary. I've been on my own for 17 years. Best decision I ever made. I ain't got no boss. I ain't got no clock in time. I ain't gotta go to work if I don't want to. Do the fuck I want. That's the way I like to live my life. Run my own shit. I ain't got nobody telling me what to do. My client calls, I go work, and that's it. Do my shit. So it's good to be on my own. I'm glad I survived all these years because there's some days where I'm like, fuck this shit, I don't want to do it no more. But then I catch myself and be like, yeah, I don't want to go work for nobody. Fuck that. I'll stick it up. So I'm glad. Thanks, Justin. Yeah, the kids deserve people who care about them, you know. So that's like me. I always take care of my nephews. I help raise them. I have 6 nephews, and I live next to the 2 youngest ones. But they're grown boys now, teenage boys, and the youngest one he's 15. So he's like my mini me and my son I never had. So him and I are very close. I go pick him up from school. I take him to volleyball practice, and I help him as much as I can. He helps me. He likes to learn. I teach him things and stuff like that. So he likes to like learn and do things. But now that all my nephews are all grown up and all grown boys now, all grown men, and they're getting older, and so am I. But I love kids when they were young, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's when they were like the best years ever. Because you can pick them up, you can kiss them and hug them, you can play with them, you can teach them things, you can play, games with them. But now they're like, they're doing their own thing. I still play. I still play with the youngest one. We go play volleyball or basketball. Or we play video games every now and then. We play pool, ping pong, and he comes in the workshop and like asks me if I can teach him how to do something, or fix this, or do that, or how can I do that. Now he's learning how to cook, and I got him programmed to take the dishes out of the dishwasher, how to turn it on, how to wash clothes. The other one, some of them, half of them, like between all 6, 3 of them are into like doing house chores, and the other 3 are like, fuck that. So you can program them all to do shit that they don't want to do. Oh, that's cool, Erica. God bless your soul for doing that. That's a hard job. We need a lot more people like you in the world because there's a lot more kids with special needs now than ever. When I was growing up and I was in school 30 years ago, I never heard of that. Like I never like heard of kids that with special needs. Like I didn't know what that was. I felt like they were already in the school because there were some kids that were special anyway. So I guess they were just you know, in our class because there was no school for that or was no like care for that like there is now. I hear that a lot lately, like kids with special needs and kids with autism and kids with this, kids with that. It's like, what the hell is wrong? Like, why is that happening so frequently? Or maybe because it's more of a thing now, I guess. Or maybe I didn't really pay attention to it and it was around when I was younger. I don't know. I just don't remember that. I always felt like people in school were slow, they got special care anyway. But now there's an actual like, place for them. All right, Justin, take care. I'm gonna get out of here myself because it's getting late and I gotta get up tomorrow. But that's cool, Erica. I'm glad you do that. That's a job that most people don't want, but the people who do it. I feel like they'll be blessed and they'll be taken care of in many ways. Honestly, if I was in that profession, I would do the same thing because I feel like I can. I'm good with children, and children love me, like because I always like play with them and always like I have that energy where I love kids and they're innocent. So that's why I love them because they don't know no better. But if you teach them the right ways, and then you can. They also have free will. So at the end of the day, I taught my nephews, a lot of things, but it's up to them to fulfill them, to do them. And I'm not always going to be right, but at least I'm going to teach them the right things, like the basic stuff and what to do and what not to do. And I'm not going to like tell them to change their fucking genders and shit like that. That's a no no. But I teach them how to do things and how to respect people and how to respect their elders and do the right things for themselves and teach them how to do like basic shit so they don't need nobody. But it's hard to even teach regular kids with no needs because they're a pain in the ass too. They have these like ways about them, and it's both boys and girls. They're all the same. Like they all have these phases they go through. But yeah, God bless your soul for doing that. That's a hard job to deal with. You got to actually love kids in order to do things like that. So that's nice. There's a few women that come in here that have children with special needs, so I know like they tell me all about it and stuff. And I always pray for people like that because it take a lot of people don't know what that's like. See, a lot of people think that, oh yeah, when I have kids, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but you don't know. You don't know that. Like, you don't know if you're gonna have a kid that gets fucked up or has a special need or gonna grow up blind, deaf, missing parts, or you're born a certain way and then you end up being a certain way. So you never really know what you're getting yourself to when you bring life into the world. So you got to be prepared for everything. Always prepared for a positive way. But if God gives you a harder system with a kid in your life, just know that He knows that you can deal with it. That's the difference. So when God puts you in charge of these kids, He knows that you love them and He knows that you're going to take care of them. So that's why you got that job. That's why you're doing it because He wants you to deal with them because He knows you can handle it. That's the truth from me. That's my opinion and the truth that I believe you have that job. See? So it's all good. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I went through a lot with my nephews. My brother's two kids, he got divorced 5 years ago, and those boys went through a hard time. And he went through a hard time raising them without her because she abandoned my brother and the kids and cheated on him and ended up going with somebody else. And after 5 years, she wants to be back in their lives again because they can wipe their own ass now and they're doing good in their life and they're growing up to be good men, good boy, good young men. And they just like, they're like, fuck you, where were you the last 5 years, So which is perfectly fine. But they had me, they had, my brother's a good dad, and I'm their fave uncle. So I always give them clothes and shit that they need, whatever they need, I get it for them. Um, and now they have their own jobs. One of them's got a full time job, the other one's in college. So they've done good for themselves. They had a rough patch with the divorce and stuff, and now they're doing great. And this past year and a half, I've dealt with my sister next door. You know, she had a divorce, and those kids went through a lot of bullshit. So I helped them get through their bullshit, and now they're fine. Because once you get rid of the bad shit in your house, good things come. You welcome, America. It was good talking to you. Yeah, you too. You have a good night, and I gotta get up too. Yeah, you too. Bless you for taking care of those kids, and hope you continue to have a blessed time with them. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on here tomorrow night at some point in time. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.